Launch command has been issued. The final umbilical tower now separating. The engines now firing up at maximum thrust. And liftoff for the 500th time from Gagarin's start, a rocket roaring into the air. Sergei Volkov, Andreas Mogensen, and Aidyn Aimbetov on their way to the International Space Station. Hearing reports, good first stage performance. The Soyuz delivering 930,000 pounds of thrust in those 4 strap-on boosters and the single-core engine. The first stage of the Soyuz was about 68 feet in length, 24 feet in diameter, burning liquid fuel for the first 2 minutes and 6 seconds into the flight.
– 60 seconds into the flight. Roll, pitch, and yaw are all nominal. Copy. The crew is doing well. Everything's in order on board. – 80 seconds into the flight. All of the motion control system parameters are nominal.
So over 80 seconds into the flight, the vehicle traveling in excess of 1,100 miles per hour already at this point.
Have you landed clear?
See a fairly smooth ride into orbit for the crew members on board.
Everything's nominal.
114 seconds, or about 1 minute 54 seconds into the flight, the escape tower will be jettisoned. Getting confirmed the escape tower has been jettisoned. And confirmed first stage SEP. The 4 strap-on boosters at this point have been jettisoned, completing their job and dropping away. The Soyuz already at an altitude of about 28 statute miles. The vehicle already traveling at about 3,350 miles an hour.
150 seconds into the flight.
So very soon the launch rad will be jettisoned.
Engines are working fine. Copy.
And you can see the sun peeking in now. The launch shroud has been jettisoned.
Copy. Can you confirm L5 and R13? Send command R13. We switch the camera. Continuing with control insertion.
Getting good reports on vehicle stability. A thumbs up and a wave there from Kazakh cosmonaut Aidyn Aimbetov making his first flight into space today.
Seconds into the flight.
190 seconds since liftoff. The Soyuz traveling in excess of 4,700 miles per hour.
Crew is doing well, and everything is in order on board.
The second stage, or the core stage of the Soyuz, continuing to perform as expected. It's about 56 feet in length, 13.5 feet in diameter with a single engine and 4 fuel chambers providing between 178,000 and 222,000 pounds of thrust, depending on altitude, for its 3 minutes and 28 seconds of operation. The second stage is going to continue to burn until the 4-minute 43-second mark. And the Soyuz is going to use what's known as a hot staging technique. Basically, the third stage will ignite while the second is still burning. This is why if you ever get a look at a picture of a Soyuz rocket, there's that open area between the second and the third stages.
...260 seconds. Control system is nominal. Copy. Everything's nominal on board.
So getting confirmation from the visiting vehicle officer here in Houston, the second stage has shut down and separated. The third stage now powering the vehicle, the single engine of the third stage, providing 67,000 pounds of thrust. It's going to burn for about 4 minutes and 2 seconds. That second stage separating at an altitude of 105 statute miles.
We're watching you using the first camera with the image of Commander and FE1.
Continuing to get thumbs up from all of the crew members on board. Right now, about 5 minutes, 40 seconds since liftoff.
Are running nominally. Copy. Everything's in order on board. Copy that, and we have good image.
Third stage going to continue to fire for about another 3 minutes.
And we have you loud and clear as well. We're 350 seconds into the flight. Roll, pitch, and yaw are all nominal. Copy. The crew is doing well. Everything's in order on board. We copy. We're 100 seconds into the flight. Everything's nominal. Copy. The crew is doing well. Everything's in order on board.
So continuing to get good ascent performance calls from the Russian flight control team. Everything looking great. The third stage continuing to fire and carry the crew into the preliminary orbit. Just past the 7-minute mark since liftoff.
420 seconds. Roll, pitch, and yaw are all nominal. Copy. The crew is doing well. No issues to report.
So at this point, 7 minutes and 30 seconds into the flight, the velocity of the Soyuz rocket in the vehicle, almost 13,500 miles per hour. Once the third stage delivers the Soyuz to its preliminary orbit, the module will separate. And then that series of pre-programmed commands will be executed to prepare the Soyuz for its orbital flight. The stored commands, also known as time-tagged commands, allow the systems online to be automatically activated by the onboard computers at precise times. Those systems, again, including all the major navigational and communication antennas, as well as the solar arrays to help provide power to the batteries to power all of the systems on board the Soyuz spacecraft.
500 seconds into the flight. Everything is nominal. We copy. 510 seconds. Prop parameters are nominal.
And standing by now for third stage separation. And third stage separation confirmed. A bit of a kick in the pants for the crew members on board, but that third stage, the single liquid-fueled engine shutting down and dropping away at an altitude of about 125 statute miles. The third stage performing a quick avoidance maneuver by opening a valve in its liquid oxygen tank.
Aidyn, how do you read MCC Moscow?
And already getting reports that the solar arrays have deployed and the antennas have deployed. The Soyuz in its preliminary orbit, the crew safely in orbit, executed all of those pre-programmed commands to deploy.
Copy and work.
Soyuz craft will now orbit at an altitude of about 143 miles by 118 miles.
Come on and off as per the procedure.
You can already see by the behavior of the pages in the notebook, the crew in the microgravity environment now of circling low Earth orbit.
It's complete, is that correct? Affirmative. And it's already terminated. RPV-1, RPV-2 position is verified. And translational helm controller is in transportation position. Copy.
ISS MTC.
Station Moscow space to ground 1, if you copy.
805. Приборном отсеке 783.
We're standing by for the first measurement from you, Aidyn. Okay, at the time of 74800, the pressure in descent module is 805, in orbital module 805, and in propulsion module 883. Copy. Please proceed with the steps on page 50.
So the crew running through all of their preliminary checkouts now on orbit. Again, the preliminary orbit, an altitude of about 118 miles by 143 miles. That's going to be raised systematically over the course of the next couple of days, actually, until the International Space Station or the vehicle arrives at the International Space Station. Control of the spacecraft from here on will be overseen from the Russian Mission Control Center just outside of Moscow.
Moscow for Aidyn. Are you ready to copy the parameters? Yes, 17, 18.3, 18, 20, 2.0, 2.9, 335, 23, 333, parameter 24, 17.6, 25, 17.7, and 26, 268. Copy. Verifying telemetry. No issues to report. Andreas, if you could close that curtain or cover. Aidyn in Moscow, go ahead. You can write down on page.
So again, at this point, the Soyuz spacecraft carrying Sergei Volkov, Andreas Mogensen, and Aidyn Aimbetov safely in its preliminary orbit following a flawless ascent, starting off with that launch coming on time at 11:37 p.m. Central, 12:37 a.m. Eastern.
09-1330.
The space station itself just about 1,400 statute miles ahead of the Soyuz spacecraft right now. The chase now on, the rendezvous beginning. The vehicle set to arrive just about 2 days from now on Friday.
Aidyn, can you hear me? Yes, Vladimir Alexeyevich, loud and clear. So, what can I tell you? Everything is nominal. Good orbital insertion. Congratulations. Congratulations to the entire crew. Good luck. Aidyn, a second measurement, please. At 7:52:00, 807 is the pressure in descent module. Copy. Aidyn, also, please write down that we will be activating video signal